Hello, brothers and sisters. I just wanted to mention an experience that I had when I was 6 years old. I used to live in Wisconsin. I used to collect rocks in my little wagon, and we kind of lived in the middle of nowhere in the woods kind of area, and there was this little area I would go to collect rocks, and it was surrounded by thick forest. Well, I was just sitting there picking up rocks, and I picked up this certain rock, and I noticed that the rock didn't look like it belonged there. It just didn't fit in with the other rocks, and I was holding it, looking at it, and as I was looking at it, it had like these stripes in it, and there was a dark red stripe, and I was thinking to myself, like, wow, that looks like the color of blood or something. And just as I was thinking that, this little Indian boy, he must have been, gosh, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9, just walked out from the middle of nowhere, from the deep woods, and he just kind of stood in this clearing where I was sitting and just was staring at me. And tears were pouring down his face. And he didn't say anything, he just kept staring at me, and tears just pouring down his face. Well, I was just staring back at him, and I wasn't afraid, but it was just really strange. And all of a sudden, this like really tall pine tree, and there was nothing wrong with it. It was very healthy, and it wasn't like super close to me, but it was more closer to him. And all of a sudden, this pine tree just fell over, and neither one of us flinched, and he just kept staring at me, and tears pouring down his face. And then he just turned to walk back into the woods, but he was still kind of had his head turned looking at me with the tears still pouring down his face. And then he just like disappeared into the woods. And what was really interesting about that is this town where I grew up, it was like you blink and you miss it. Everybody knew everybody. And I know for a fact this kid didn't live there, and it was a messenger from God. And I've wondered what it's meant like my whole life. And it's just, I still have the rock too. And so anyway, I just wanted to mention that first of all, because I feel like these things I'm getting ready to share are all tied in together with this encounter I just shared with you. So next I wanted to mention, which I did a video on, is a vision that I had of seeing George Washington's face. And the next morning I just Googled George Washington, and basically what I found out is he had an encounter with an angel, and this angel gave him a prophecy, and it was basically concerning 3 wars in America. And 2 of them have happened, and the 3rd war has yet to happen, and the 3rd war is the worst. So if you're interested in that, or you can Google it yourself and you'll find it, or you can just watch the video where I basically read the prophecy that he had. So I also wanted to mention, basically I found out not long ago that I guess in the state of Washington, all of these trees just fell, and scientists can't understand why. It's like this great mystery. And I'm just gonna try to go to my other phone here and look that up real quick so I can read it to you. Okay, and this was posted on February 8th of 2018. Meteorological mystery surrounds what caused massive tree fall in northwest Washington. So basically, more than 100 trees mysteriously fell in Olympic Park on January 27th. A Seattle meteorologist is trying to figure out what happened. Basically, they don't know why it happened. It's kind of a longer article, but I just found that when I found this article, I was just like, wow. And it just instantly, that encounter with this little boy in this tree when I was 6 years old just instantly popped into my head, like there was some kind of connection God was trying to show me. So then I found out basically through Gary Scarborough. He had done a video not long ago about a tree that was believed to be planted by George Washington 227 years ago is knocked down by the nor'easter. And I found that really interesting too. And it basically, I guess it fell close to where his tomb was. So I just feel like this is all somehow tied together, and I just was kind of blown away by this. I just felt led to share this with you all, and I don't believe in coincidences, and it appears this is all coming full circle and is all connected. So keep looking up, brothers and sisters, for our redemption draweth nigh. God bless you all. I love you. Bye.